what he's trying to do with pink.
Oh yeah, it's the big one, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one we've all been waiting for, a chance to look at Bakugan inside of the Spin Master booth. Now, due to the somewhat slapdash way I got into the booth, I was really only able to take pictures in only a couple of videos, but believe me, you're going to like what you see. We're going to have some great stuff. We're going to have Bakugan a few waves down the line, Bakugan that are still in their prototype phase, and of course, the piece de resistance, Maximus Dragonoid. Let's get to it. Alrighty, just something to keep in mind that some of these photos, I was only able to take some photos, but some of the toys you're going to see here, they look kind of funny. Like their color might be kind of strange, like all the Aurora stuff is going to be this sort of mustard yellow. That's because what we're looking at are prototypes, and even though some of these, like Vicerox Ultra, have gotten production model versions of them, these are like the prototypes that they've been trotting around to a bunch of trade shows, so that would be why they look that way. But anyway, we're going to be taking a look mostly at the new stuff. They had a lot of stuff set up there. They had like some diamond versions of stuff we hadn't seen before, like Diamond Nilius and Diamond Phaedrus, Diamond, a bunch of diamond stuff that we hadn't seen before. Even Diamond Ultra Dragonoid, which was kind of exciting. But they also had a bunch of new Bakugan. For example, we have this kind of walker guy here. He's named Vicerox, and there's also a Vicerox Ultra, which you can tell they look pretty similar. I'm having trouble determining which is which. I'm assuming that this Pyrus one I have here is the core Vicerox, and the one that's more intricate is the Ultra, although they look like they open the same way. And then, of course, we have this Triceratops guy here, Trino. It will be interesting to see if those horns are spring-loaded or if they have to be manipulated. That's clearly a core there. We also have both a Shenlong and a Kellion in this set. Both of them are darkest in the examples here. We, of course, have Phaedrus, who recently appeared in the show, who's got a very long body. It looks like that's a core as well. And we also have Kellion Ultra. Kellion is a Kellion, which is sort of a Kellion is it's sort of a mix between a dragon and a deer. Although the Chinese saw a giraffe and were like, "Oh my God, that's totally that legendary monster we're familiar with." We also have this sort of we have Kubo, of course. Kubo is a callback to the Spin Master Zoobles line, which is also a shout out to the new Vestroya Bakugan Wantu, which never received a toy. So when it comes to Bakugan fans, everybody gets the joke with Kubo, and for the most part, his presence is appreciated. Although I've heard he's, I haven't actually seen the episode he's in, but I've heard he's like a total jerk in that, which I guess for Zoobles would be appropriate considering my own past experiences. We also have, we have both versions of Gorthion, Gorthion Core and Gorthion Ultra, and it's kind of weird because Gorthion Core actually, in my opinion, looks a whole lot better than Gorthion Ultra. There's even a diamond version of Gorthion Core, because the Gorthion Ultra actually has that kind of weird chunkiness that I've been criticizing the Core Bakugan for, while the Core Bakugan has the big old gorilla arms that are just so awesome. Another one that we have is this unnamed dragon guy. Some people have theorized that this dragon guy is a new villain who was recently introduced named Tiko. It kind of reminds me of Night Fury, actually. It's also kind of hard to tell whether it is an Ultra or a Core. It could be either way. I mean, the tail looks like it might contain the magnet, but it's also possible that based on how the wings are attaching, that it's actually a core. We're gonna have to see in the future. They're not telling us the name of that character. Another one we have that comes in that sort of mustard prototype yellow is what we are assuming is the new version of Hydranoid. Now, this version of Hydranoid, rather than being a cross between the Godzilla Kaiju King Ghidorah and Gigan, is instead based more on the beast of legend, the snake with multiple heads, if we're going on the little Bakugan clips that they've been showing off online. But here, it's got very striking design. It looks really nice with the heads really distinct. I hope that the silver and gold remain nice and distinct against each other when the Auraless version comes to toy form. We also, of course, we have some Bakugan DEKA. The return of Bakugan DEKA. That's going to be interesting. It looks like they come with a giant core. I don't know if they come with like a giant card as well. I guess that would be appropriate. They're not going to put out the Ultras in DEKA form because it's probably difficult to get them to jump as well as the smaller toy. So it's going to be core pretty much for DEKA. We also have this griffin called Nobilius. It's kind of reared up, peacocking proudly. And we also have another one that's a stretched out bird. It's an Ultra. We have it in Pyrus and Ventus called Pyraven, which looks like that Aurelus Bakugan that's been appearing in the show on and off. We, of course, also have some quick looks at Turtonium Regular and Turtonium Ultra. They are slightly different. The Turtonium Ultra has that sort of central spring that you see in a lot of the Ultra Bakugan. We also have Webam. So Webam is going to be available in Aquos, and there's also going to be Diamond Ventus Webam, which is interesting. Webam looks really promising. It looks like it might be an Ultra that doesn't really have a lot of exterior joints. It looks great. I can't wait to really get my eyes on it. They didn't really let me mess with or touch or close any of them, so I only have the open forms for now. We also have Ultra Dragonoid. It's going to be in Chaos. That makes me very, very... we also got to look at a physical copy of the Ultra Fangzor. That is the snake. It unfolds a lot. It's amazing how much they kind of slinkied it together. It becomes a very, very big boy. Although, I don't know, it looks a little weird. And this is, you can tell from the gold plastic, this is the production model. It's gonna be a part of either Wave 3 or Wave 4, to my understanding, the Fangzor Ultra, and that'll be fun to take a look at. I didn't take very good pictures of the cards, but there was at least one card from the new set, which I believe is called Bakugan Resurgence. I'm sorry I didn't get better pictures of those. Oh, we have Cindeus Regular. Cindeus Regular. It's going to be slightly asymmetrical, but it looks like it's not quite that same sort of crazy that we saw at the Ultra. It's mostly just a sword that comes out. Although I didn't see anything like Artulian or Fade Ninja or Pandox. There were a lot of Bakugan that seemed to be missing that I guess are going to be coming out, I don't know, maybe next year or something, maybe closer to the holidays. And speaking of holidays, we have Maximus Dragonoid. Maximus Dragonoid is this year's equivalent to the Maxis Dragonoid, the Dragonoid Colossus, Dragonoid Destroyer. It's supposed to be the large flagship toy.
All right, a Bakugan Bro!
I am a little worried about it because it's $45. It's either $45 or $50, depending on what we look at. The catalog says it's $50, and the other reports that we've gotten live in audio form say that it's $45. But either way, my concern with Maximus Dragonoid is that it is too expensive for the little kids and too gimmicky for the adults. I mean, I'm definitely going to look at it. That's kind of my job at this point. But I'm worried that people are just going to buy it for the core Dragonoid. I think that's what a lot of people are going to be banking on. That's what Spin Master's banking on, is they're going to buy that curve-breaking Titan Dragonoid, and it'll be interesting what Maximus Dragonoid's card effect is. I imagine that, like with the other Diamond cards, that they're going to pack the Maximus Dragonoid into the booster packs for Bakugan Resurgence or whatever set follows it, so that if people start pulling them, it might entice them to buy the set. But we're gonna have to see how that goes. I don't know about it. The health of the series so far, a lot of the toys have been selling decently. Like, a few of my Targets have sold out of some products. My Walmart, they haven't been moving so well, but the cards have been selling like gangbusters. Pay attention, hobby stores. The thing that people want the most of from Bakugan is the cards. They have been selling like mad. They have been selling out in basically every store that I have visited. So that is the must-have item so far, has been the cards. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to do something with the toys. What I keep saying is they need to pack more rare and staple cards in with the toys, because that will incentivize the card game players to stock up or maybe even buy playsets of certain Bakugans so that they're guaranteed to have some of those rare cards. Looking again, of course, we do have the different versions of Turtonium. We also have Lupitheon. Oh yeah, Lupitheon Ultra looks great. I saw Lupitheon Ultra in Chaos, Darkus, and Aurelus form. I assume it also comes in Ventus, since that's one of its primary appearances, but it looks great. I'm seeing a lot of love for Chaos, which makes me happy. Chaos seems to have gotten a bit of the shaft in the first set there. Like, we only got like a couple of Chaos singles. But looking at all this stuff, it's definitely going to be exciting going forward. We're going to be able to take a look at Pegatrix Ultra. I am very excited for that. Lupitheon looks really good. Of course, Phaedrus and Kellion are also definitely on my want list, and I'll be keeping an eye on these in the future. They didn't actually let me take a look at anything else because they didn't make me sign any NDAs, which meant they could only show me the Bakugan stuff that they wanted to be shown off. But I've heard that they're also working on another sort of similar concept to Bakugan. It'll be interesting to see what they're doing. I've actually forgotten the name of it, but I'm sure I'll hear about it more in the future. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys enjoyed the images. If there's anything I might have missed, if you got any questions, feel free to let me know. You've probably seen a few of these images already floating around the internet, and hi, yes, I'm the one who took those. So yep. That's the new Bakugan stuff so far, so until next time, this is a look at the Spin Master display at Toy Fair, and this is Kohdok signing off.
Bakugan, bro! Oh, come on, baby. That was good. She was not ready to do it. So, this is an FEP model, so it's still a little bit...
Yeah,
I so we're debugging her, because she's actually one of my favorites. She's a lot easier to close. One of the things for the Ultras, that after the first wave, we're getting them to be a little bit more simplistic in terms of closing. Let's try this again. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right. Oh, almost. Give me one more try. I want to make sure we land it.